Welcome to another segment of Daniel Reviews The X-Files. This time we're talking about Season 4. Warning, if you have not seen Season 3 of The X-Files, there will be Season 3 spoilers in this video. You have been warned. In Season 3, this is what happens. The digital tape is unreadable. Eventually Scully figures out that the digital tape is actually just encrypted and the encryption is based on the Navajo language. We find out that somehow that isn't really explained, that Mulder got out of the boxcar that the Smoking Man set fire to at the end of Season 2. Scully finds out that she has some sort of metal implant at the back of her neck. Scully's sister gets shot and killed by someone who was waiting in Scully's apartment to kill Scully, and guess who was also there? Alex Krycek. Scully suspects that Skinner was involved with the death of her sister based on some information that she was given by someone who also has no name but is referred to as Well Manicured Man, who is also part of the same syndicate group as the Smoking Man. The syndicate is doing everything in their power in order to get the digital tape back because the information that's on that digital tape could uncover all of their cover-ups. Later we find out from the Lone Gunman, and I don't think I've actually mentioned the Lone Gunman before. Basically they're a group of 3 men who are government watchdogs as well as hackers who help Scully and Mulder on X-Files cases every now and again. Anyways, they have found a photo that has Mulder's father in it with the Smoking Man and Deep Throat, as well as other members from the syndicate. Eventually Mulder figures out that the photo was taken at an old mining facility, so Mulder and Scully go and investigate the old mining facility, and guess what they find? In the tunnels of the old mining facility are just walls of filing cabinets. So then they start looking in the filing cabinets, and then they figure out that these files that are in the filing cabinets are records of everyone that has received a smallpox vaccination, as well as with those records is tissue samples. So then they go and they find Scully's file, and in Scully's file it has a very recent tissue sample, which leads us to believe that this has something to do with Scully's alien abduction. So then Mulder was like, hey, my sister Samantha got abducted, let's go see if there's a file on her. So then they go and they find Samantha's file, and guess what? Mulder figures out that the file was actually originally intended for him. Skinner steals the digital tape from Mulder and Scully, and we start to question what side he's really on, but then we find out that he's actually trying to use the digital tape as leverage against the Smoking Man. Then Skinner gets beaten unconscious by Krycek, who then steals the digital tape. We also find out from the Well Manicured Man that Mulder's father was involved in gathering genetic data for post-apocalyptic identification. The data was used by Victor Klemper, who was a Nazi scientist who was given safe refuge in the United States as part of an operation referred to as Operation Paperclip. Klemper was using the data to work on alien-human hybrids, and in order to ensure that Mulder's father kept quiet about all of this, Mulder's sister Samantha was taken. Even though Mulder and Scully no longer have the digital tape, it actually does not matter because the Navajo man who helped Scully translate the tape, whose name is Albert, actually has the entire contents memorized, and so do 20 other Navajo. And they will reveal the contents of that tape if any harm comes to Mulder or Scully. Scully finds out about this group called Mutual UFO Network, or MUFON for short. The MUFON group actually has several women in it that have had the exact same abduction experience as Scully. Mulder then gets an alien autopsy video and he decides to verify the authenticity of it. He then finds out that the origins of the video have something to do with the development of alien-human hybrids with the help of some Japanese scientists. Scully finds out that the manufacturer of the chip that was in the back of her neck was a Japanese scientist named Dr. Shirozama. She finds out that the chip has some very advanced technology that can actually replicate the brain's memory function, as well as enable someone to know a person's thoughts. Scully finds out from another man from the syndicate, who also isn't named but is referred to as the First Elder, that she, among others, was actually experimented on by Dr. Shirozama. And guess what? Dr. Shirozama is in Mulder's alien autopsy video. Dr. Zama was using alien abductions as a smokescreen for his experiments. Later, a salvage ship is salvaging, and one of the crew members gets taken over by this alien black oil type thing. Mulder and Scully investigate the salvage ship because it is believed that the salvage ship was salvaging where a UFO was. We then find out that Krycek has been selling the contents of the digital tape, which is how the salvage ship knew to salvage where it was salvaging. It's a lot of the word salvage in that sentence. Mulder wants to kill Krycek, but Krycek wants to make a deal. He will tell Mulder the location of the digital tape. Mulder agrees. Mulder then goes to the location that Krycek said the digital tape would be, and guess what? The digital tape is not there. We then find out that Krycek has given the digital tape back to the Smoking Man. Skinner gets shot by the same man who killed Scully's sister. Skinner survives. Scully ends up catching that man. He later is found dead at his jail cell. The syndicate has realized that information that they don't want leaked to Mulder and Scully is being leaked to Mulder and Scully. Mulder's mother is in the hospital, and prior to that she was talking to the Smoking Man. Also, Mulder found an alien shapeshifter killing weapon thing in his mother's house, and it's basically like a spear thing so that you can actually stab the shapeshifter alien in the base of their neck because that's the only way to kill them. Kind of like a Titan on Attack on Titan. Season 3 ends with part 1 of part 2 and basically ends with a shapeshifter killer alien walking up to Mulder and Scully, who are talking to another shapeshifter alien who's actually going to explain a bunch of things to them, and actually one of the things he's going to tell them is information about Mulder's sister. Talk about a cliffhanger ending. Like, what the heck is going on? But it is a weak ending compared to season 1 and 2. Holy smokes, a lot of things happened in season 3 of The X-Files. Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about season 4. What's super cool is that in season 4, there's actually an Alberta license plate that is used in an episode, and it's on the back of like this TELUS van. And what else is really cool is if you look closely at the work order that the TELUS employee is holding, it actually has a Calgary address. And I ended up looking up that address, and currently it is a parking lot. And also it has a 403-555 number, which is just so cool. Season 4 deals with things like bees, reincarnation, witchcraft, tattoos, El Chupacabra, time travel, Gollum, no, not the Lord of the Rings one, and much, much more. In this season, the Syndicate is trying to find their leak, and well, some things happen, and also we learn a little bit more about the alien type black oil thing, and I can't say much more than that. Last season had an episode that I didn't really like, and this season has totally done the reverse. They have an episode that I totally love, and the only thing I'll tell you about that episode is that it's the episode that has all the Star Wars references in it. Just when I thought I couldn't love The X-Files more, they go ahead and make that episode. Man, I love this show. Now for the super awesome segment of familiar faces on The X-Files. Andrea from The Walking Dead was in a few episodes. Joe Spano, who is kind of known as being that FBI dude on NCIS, was in 2 episodes. Also, not so much as a familiar face, but a familiar voice. The actress who voices Dexter in Dexter's Laboratory was in an episode. And also the guy who plays Major Charles Kowalski from Stargate SG-1 was in an episode. Holy smokes, the ending of season 4. Just holy smokes. I can't even explain, like I can't even fathom the words to explain the ending without giving spoilers for season 4. Thankfully, The X-Files has gone back to the kind of endings they used for season 1 and 2 and not like the ending they used for season 3. But holy smokes, the ending. It's even a tear-jerking ending, and that's all I'll tell you about it. In the comments below, let me know what you think of season 4 of The X-Files, and that pretty much sums up this video. Thank you for watching. I will see you next week. Don't forget to have an epically awesome day. Bye!